It's finally time. I am skinning a huge group of gorgeous Furbies. So you're going to see that there are 2 lime green Furby babies. One I skinned in a previous video. She's here. She's doing well. Gonna finish fixing her very, very soon. And then, recently, I found another one. So, I just feel really lucky and really blessed right now. But I'm gonna be skinning these 4 Furbies. I have a juicy grape Furby. There we go. I have a juicy grape Furby. Beautiful juicy grape. I have an authentic high C Furby. Let me get that tag. Look at that. Model 70 to 881. It's amazing. And then I have the amazing 1 in 500 Kid Cuisine Furby. Who is there a number on that tag? Model 70 to 795. JT, of course, on the white tag. And then I have the extra unexpected lime green Furby baby. So I'm just going to go through the motions of skinning them, and then off camera I'm going to go ahead and wash their skins, and that'll be my video for today. You can think of this not really as a tutorial, but more of a speed skinning. You'll see how I skin the Furbies, but I'm not going to really go too in-depth about what I'm doing. You just kind of got to follow along. I've made a couple different skinning videos. So if you are looking for a tutorial, I have at least 2. What is it called? I really don't want to lose track of my Furbies once their skins are off, so I always have to label the bottom. Always. That is too big. Juicy grape. There we go. Then I go ahead and cut those little name tags out. I get to skin a Kid Cuisine. I wonder what his ear stalks look like. For EL Furbies, their ear stalks look really, really weird, kind of like Shrek ears. They're small and they've got little knobs at the end, and you can't find them on any other Furby. So I'm wondering if either the High C or the Kid Cuisine Furby look any different on the inside. All right. Those are their name tags. Let me go ahead and clean off the surgical table. Let's see. I'm gonna do you first because you're in front. Let me see that. Stick it. Lime green. Make sure that's short enough to sit on your behind. Let's see. Perfect. Lime green, you have been labeled and you are ready for skinning. Oh, geez. I'm a little too eager. I haven't had free time. I haven't had free time in months, and I'm finally able to do this today. It's a lovely little update on the beautiful Furbies I have in stock right now. Got the High C Furby. Stick that right on his rump. Make sure that's all settled in. Beautiful High C Furby. We got the Kid Cuisine. Get a piece of tape going for this Kid Cuisine. White eyelids are a very common color, so once his skin comes off, it would be very difficult to tell him apart from Snowball Furby, Santa Furby, Snow Leopard Furby. So you gotta label your Furbies. If you have a large amount of Furbies, and I have a large amount of Furbies, you gotta label them. You just got to. Do not want to lose track of their bodies or their skins. And here is the juicy grape. Here we go. Now I'm going to go through the motions of skinning just quickly. You are factory WT, it says on the back of your tag, and you are also factory WT. Yeah, so I don't want to get these skins mixed up. I'm going to put them off to the side. We'll focus on those ones later. I'm going to go ahead and start skinning this one. Really quickly, just in case people want to know, here are the tools you absolutely need to have if you're skinning Furbies. You definitely need a screwdriver. You definitely need a seam ripper. There's no way around it. You are going to need one of these to cut the zip tie. And this, I guess you don't really need it, but it makes the job easier for when you take the ears out from around the black plastic. So I start with the seam ripper, and I hit the ears first. Let me see. There we go. There's one ear. And this one's going to be a little more difficult. You got to get up under that chunk. I'm a little out of practice, I will admit. It's not wanting to catch, so you can always go from the inside. You pull it up, and you can see there's the thread from the inside. You slip it under and make sure not to cut the fabric of the ear. Want to get it right in between. There we go. All right, now I'm going to pull the fur out from underneath the ears. You're going to want to grab as much fabric as possible just underneath the ear, and you're going to want to gently and firmly pull out. There we go. Undo that lip. This makes skinning the Furby a lot easier when we get to the final steps. There we go. See if I can pull this one out. There we go. All the way around. Okay. Here's the zip tie. These come in handy for pulling the white fabric away from the walls. You're going to want to expose the head of the zip tie. And you're going to want to, without cutting the white fabric around it, you're going to want to cut through the head of the zip tie. There we go. And Furby babies, you can't just pull the zip tie right out. It usually doesn't come out that way. So you have to pull the entire skin up slightly before you can pull out the zip tie. There we go. And you're going to want to hold it there. You see how it's above the rim? And now you can pull out the zip tie. And the zip tie, whee! Bye-bye. I'll find it later, don't worry. And a little bit of fabric is still stuck. Let me pull that. There we go. All right. And here is where the, what is this called? Screwdriver comes in handy. Got to take the faceplate off. There's one screw. And there is the other screw. And then carefully up and back. And there you go. A lovely, skinned, lime green Furby baby. If she had a, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Because this lime green Furby baby didn't have a tag, it did not occur to me to get my little paper booklet out, so give me a second. I keep log of all of my Furbies and their names. I have a lot of Furbies right now. So each one of those screws is a Furby, and that's not even all the Furbies I have. I have just been stockpiling and stockpiling. I haven't had the time to, oh my gosh, I haven't had the time to fix my Furbies, and today I finally got a small opportunity to get one of these videos out. So let's see. 4 Furbies I have. You were just skinned. Your screws are on the table. Lime green. I already have 1 lime green, so let's say lime green 2. I'm going to put a little 2 here. There. I got a juicy grape. Juicy grape. I have the kid cuisine. Cuisine. I hope that's how you spell cuisine. And then I have the high C. And then I take the lime green Furby baby screws and I tape them down. She has been cataloged and she has no tag to add, so we will go on to the next Furby. I'm going to save the kid cuisine for last because I really want to get used to skinning Furbies again before I touch that one. Oh my gosh. All right, you're up. Juicy grape. Same process. You're going to want to find that ear nub, Let's see if I can get it this time. Oh, yes. There we go. Gonna want to find that ear nub. Don't stab yourself. Let's see. Gently wiggle. After you cut the threads, there appears to be one thread that I was unable to cut. There it is. I flipped the ear up and I cut that thread and the ear is free. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see. You really don't want to hook the Furby's ear fabric because then you just get a giant hole in the ear. So I'm being pretty darn careful just to grab the black thread because the black thread can be replaced, but the Furby's ear fabric, not so much. There we go. All right. I'm going to pull that little chunk of fur out from underneath the plastic ledge. There we go. That's a sound you want to hear. There we go. All right. One more. Going to want to slip underneath the ear. That's all of the hot glue coming loose. I am not hurting the Furby. This makes the job of skinning easier. Go onto the next side. Grab that seam. Gently wiggle. There we go. Perfect. There is another step. I like to collect eyelashes. I'm so eager to get through this. I like to collect eyelashes before I start skinning, so I'll check to see if the eyelashes are loose. That one was loose. Let me see if the other one's loose. That one's also loose. And so then I put them in my little container of Furby eyelashes so I don't lose them while I'm repairing the Furby. And then I just put them back on later. Let's see if you have loose lashes. No, that one's good. Let me see the other one. You have strong lashes. That's good to know. And you have no lashes. Let's see about you. Hoping you don't have anything wrong with your lashes. That one looks fine. Oh, all right. And we're just going to have to put that back on the Furby later. It's better to take them off now than it is to lose them accidentally later. I'll go ahead and put those there. Now that we've done the eyelash check, I can continue skinning this lovely Furby. We can go on to the, what is that called? Zip tie. All right, seeing as the zip tie is kind of stuck in there, I'm going to cut some of the black threads that are keeping the two walls of fabric together that are hiding the zip tie. Do not stab yourself. It might be very tempting, but do not stab yourself. Let's see. There is the zip tie. Still a couple threads holding it in. There we go. One more thread. All right. Carefully get the entire chunk in there. Go ahead and grab it and twist. Really try to cut that thing. Hey, there we go. And because this is a Furby, you can just pull the zip tie out. You don't need to shimmy the skin around. And then gently up and over. Watch out for the ear stalks. You don't want to break those. There she is. Away with you. All right. Hit him with the screwdriver. Don't lose track of those screws. I have, over the 3 years of repairing Furbies, here's all the screws that I have lost underneath my desk from Furbies. And it's not that the Furbies, no, the Furbies have lost screws, but then I just have to replace the Furby screws. So I don't know whose screws those belong to, but that is now my screw bucket. I really try to keep track of my Furby screws, and you should too, or you will end up with a giant screw bucket like I do. All right, and now this one has a tag, so we got to take off the tag. Here's how you take off the tag. You're going to want to go from the inside. That is right where the tag is sitting, the end of the tag. I'm going to make I'm not cutting the tag, and I'm not cutting what the tag is attached to. I'm making a very small incision next to where the tag was. It's okay. So here's where I cut. That's the top of your thingy. I don't even know what that thing's called. And then you just push it through the hole you've made. And then you do the exact same thing here. You make a tiny, tiny little cut to make your job easier. Just a little tiny nothing of a cut. There. And then you just push that through. And your tag has been dislodged, and you can attach it later the exact same way. Just push it back through. This keeps your tag from getting wet and disgusting during a wash, because the skin may need to be washed, but the tag definitely doesn't. All right, let's go ahead and log this juicy grape Furby. I like to put the screws on first. There we go. And then just one piece of tape should do for the tag. All the way down. And you have been logged. You are now ready to be repaired. But we still have 2 other Furbies to do. Oh, I don't want that falling down in the crack of my desk. All right. Gonna start with your ears. Let me see. Beautiful Furby. You will have new lashes. You will have new, beautiful, authentic Furby lashes. But not today. Let me get that ear. I really like it when the thread on their ears is prominent, so I can stick the, what is this called? The seam ripper underneath it more easily. There we go. Let's see if it comes loose. It did. All right, on to the next one. I think I gotta slow down. I don't want to hurt these Furbies because, oh man, I just really don't want to hurt the Furbies. I gotta be gentle. Let me see if I can pick that up. Come here. All right. You'll never guess what the next step is. Oh, this one's actually so loose I can just pull it with my hands. That's good. Makes my job slightly easier. There's one. Is the other one that loose? Yes, it is. And I can just slip my... There it goes. Hey, all right. Oh, so look at this. This is where the zip tie should be, but its head is all the way over here. So here's how I deal with that. I pull the white fabric as far back as I can over the head, right? And then I take my pliers and I grab them. I take my pliers and I grab them and I pull the head back over. So you see how the head moved and now I can expose it? That's good. I just took my pliers and squeezed and I moved the zip tie's head all the way over. All right, let me go ahead and get that fresh. Oh, I do not want to cut that. I do not want to cut that little bit. I just want to cut the head. Hey, there we go. Gonna pull that out. Be gone. Careful. There we go. Lovely set of screws to undo. I've been waiting to do this for months. Up and back. We're all good. Okay. I'm going to put you to the side, lovely high C Furby, and we are going to take your tag off from the inside. Oh. All right, so here, because the tag is right on the seam, it doesn't look like I need to cut anything. It just looks like I need to pick it up and push it through. Let's see if it goes through. Hey! No cuts needed. Put your skin over there. All right. I like it when that happens. It makes my day a little bit easier. Let's see. Add a little high C. I really do not want to lose this tag, so I'm going to put the tag down first. And I may give it an extra piece of tape. Because if I lose that tag, it's not coming back. It's a special tag. 70 to 801. First one I've ever seen. Priority seating. There we go. Loop that little bit of tape around. All right. It's finally time. Kid Cuisine. Slow down for a second. I'm going to be gentle with this one. I was gentle with the other ones, but I'm going to be extra careful with this one. In my opinion, the most important part of a Kid Cuisine Furby is the fur. You can take a Kid Cuisine Furby's fur and slap it on any other Furby, and it turns into a Kid Cuisine Furby. But once that fur is damaged, you no longer have a Kid Cuisine Furby. Okay. Let's see if I can be gentle. I haven't wrecked the fabric yet, but it is just so tight to his ear. It's making me nervous. Almost. Oh, I think I got it. Did I get it? I did not get it. But I got some of it, so now I think I can gently flip the ear up. Can I do that? Oh, no, not yet. I can't get this wrong. I really got to be careful with this Furby. I don't want to... An ear stalk is replaceable. If I break his ear stalk, which I do not intend on doing, I can replace his ear stalk. But I cannot replace the fabric of his ear. Oh, I think I got it. I don't want to catch any of the green. Did I get it? I got more. Oh my gosh, how many locks does this Furby's ear have? Okay, let's try this one more time. Can I see it? Can I go in from the other side? There we go. Okay, okay. There it is. Do you see the green and the blue that are knitted together right here? I've got to cut through that, and I've got to cut right through it. I can't make a mistake here. I want to hug the plastic. Okay. I got it. Is there a hole? There's no hole on the back. And there is no hole on the front. I did it. Okay. That was one ear. Just one ear. Okay. You've got to be easier. This ear's got to be easier. Please be easier. Okay. I'll grab two of the locks. There's two more underneath it. Jeez. I think I got it. Is there another one? There's another one. Jeez. Okay. Did I get it? Yes! Yes! There's no hole. Yeah, there's no hole. There's no hole on that side either. There's no hole there. Okay. Now I gotta undo the ear locks. Down here. So this is a better example of what I'm trying to do. There is a hook. There's a black hook here that holds on to the fur around the ear. And the fur is also hot glued down underneath that ledge and everything else. So I gotta pull down and out. But, you know, I just don't want to break that ledge. So I'm gonna take a giant mouthful of the fur here and twist to see if I can get underneath that lip of fur. Hey, there's the lip. I just pulled up the lip of fur. That's what I want. I'm gonna move that to the side. I do not want to hurt this fabric. I really do not want to hurt this fabric. There! Yes! Okay. There it is. There's one ear totally done. I think I'm gonna try and... Yes! Perfect! Alright. The ears are done. Ears are done. Let me just put them up. There. Okay, how's the tag? The tag is in excellent condition. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's blue all the way around. I gotta do that thing with the pliers. Let me just... Yeah, I'm not gonna let this thing touch the ground. I need to pull this in closer to me. Let me see. Pull all of that blue lining back. pliers right there and squeeze the lock forward. Got to move it forward and then pull it back and do the same thing until it's in the right position. Give it a squeeze. That should be far enough. There it is. Oh, jeez. I gotta slow down a little bit. I'm just so eager. All right, I don't want to cut any of that blue. Just the zip tie. Yes! All right, there's the zip tie. Kid Cuisine. Careful with those ears. I might sneeze. He a little dusty. He had... Ooh! Look at that striping! Wow! It's totally like a raccoon Furby. Alright, alright. JT Furbies have a third screw. They have a third screw just under their beak. Can't forget about that one. If you ever undo 2 screws on a JT Furby and you're like, why isn't their faceplate coming off? There's a third screw. Do not forget about that third screw. And most Furbies also have a hook that does not need to be undone. You just need to pull their faceplate up and back. Oh, okay. No. I can replace the screw. Not terribly worried. Okay, let's see. Pull it back. And there is the $1,800 skin. I did not pay that much, but that's how much he's worth. And I cannot believe that I've gotten my hands on this lovely skin and the Furby that came with it. The thing I like most about owning a Kid Cuisine Furby is that I know exactly what its colors look like, so I can now make customs of the Furby. I can make incredibly accurate customs of this Furby because I know what shade of blue, what shade of red, what shade of yellow, and is that orange? That's probably just red, and green, down to the last detail. So if I wanted to whip up a biblically accurate custom, it would look amazing. It would look one-on-one. It would look perfect. And I'm going to. I'm going to order some lovely, perfect blue fabric. I'm going to order a lot of blue fabric just to compare colors. Oh yeah, look. It goes straight through the seam, so I should be able to push it down and out without making an extra cut, if I'm really lucky. But I'm going to work tirelessly to match this blue. I might even, not with this Kid Cuisine Furby, but with my own custom Kid Cuisine Furby, I might make a long Kid Cuisine Furby. Are you guys ready for a long Kid Cuisine Furby? Let's see. It's almost through. Oh. I did not press it down in the right spot, so I gotta try again. But it should go right through the seam. I shouldn't have to make another cut. Let me see. Hey, there it is! Whoa! Whoa! Holy cow! 360! I don't know what angle that is. Where is it? 70 to 795. That's amazing. Gotta log that one. You go first. Gotta log that one really well. I'm not. 3 screws for the Kid Cuisine Furby. Stick all of those on my lovely Furby paper. Maybe it was an inverse 360, because I spun them the other way. Alright, there they are. Let me put this paper off to the side. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 skins. I am hand washing these babies. There's no way. There is no way I am hand washing them. No, I'm absolutely hand washing them, but you get what I was saying. Got the juicy grape, skinned, no issues. Got the high C, skinned, no issues. Let me get all those Yeah, those are going to be for a different project. I got the high C. No, sorry. Kid Cuisine. I got the Kid Cuisine. Skinned and logged. And I've got the extra lime green 2. Little 2. Skinned and logged. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to do this. Yes! And there you have it, folks. Speed skinning 4 Furbies in just about 30 minutes. Thank you for watching.